All right, so I'm here to tell you the truth about Kenny Pickett and the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. A lot of people say that Kenny Pickett's playing well, and a lot of people say it's being very lackluster. I'm going to break all of that down today. What's up, YouTube? It's All Pro Sports Talk, the home of sports talk. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Also, the like button. Kenny Pickett, so far, if you look at his numbers, you would swear that this guy is on the signs of being a massive bust with 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions, but he is not. I think Kenny Pickett has played extremely well. It's a lot of good up points. It's a lot of good down points as well. We're going to touch on all of that. Kenny Pickett so far came in against the New York Jets in the second half, played phenomenally well to me. But he also made a lot of dumb mistakes in that game. He got the 2 rushing touchdown, the QB sneak, and the rushing touchdown, the goal line situation. One was set up by Mika Fitzpatrick interception. Later in that game, he throws a dumb interception that gets picked off because he's drifting towards the sideline, trying to force it to the tight end, and it gets bounced off the tight end hands and quintessentially drives the New York Jets to go down there and get a touchdown to win the game. But I look at Kenny Pickett and I don't put all that on him. He had 3 interceptions that game. The first interception he had was an underthrow to Chase Claypool in the middle of the field. That is on Kenny Pickett. The second interception he threw, like I mentioned a couple seconds ago, was the one to the tight end on the sideline. It bounced off his hands. It's a tip pick. And the last interception he threw was just a Hail Mary at the end of the game. So realistically, 1 interception so far has been his fault. Then you go and you look at the Buffalo Bills game, the game that the Pittsburgh Steelers got demolished. They only scored 3 points. It's not all on Kenny Pickett. They dealt with some major drops that game. Deontay Johnson, that's been the theme of this entire offense since Kenny Pickett's been in there. Same with Mr. Trubisky. The difference is with Mr. Trubisky and Kenny Pickett's going to let it rip. KP's going to go out there, he's going to let it rip. And we've seen more consistency of the ball being stretched down the field with Kenny Pickett besides the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, but Kenny Pickett has also showed a lot of good points as well. The bad points with Kenny Pickett, he holds on to the ball for too long because he's trying to make a play. He has that, I'm going to make a play no matter what, I will take the hit. He needs to learn how to get rid of the football. And I watched the interview with Ben Roethlisberger. He texted him and said, hey, you got to let that go. So he did still contact with Big Ben, which is amazing for him. I think that Kenny Pickett has to slow down. A lot of the things that you look at on film, he's a very speed reader. He gets off for 1 to 2 very easy and very quick. I think that he needs to stick with his points sometimes. Also, this as well, I want people to put this into perspective. Kenny Pickett is not in the best situation. I know that as the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're a gold standard franchise. They have no run game, and that's no hate towards Najee Harris. He's dealing with a foot injury since training camp, but they have no explosive run game. Jaylen Warren is really their only explosive back right now. And like I said, Najee Harris is still a good running back. He's dealing with injury. He doesn't look the same. He doesn't have the same pop. The offensive line is very inconsistent and very lackluster as well. So when you put all that into account with Kenny Pickett, he's doing extremely well to my eye test. You also look at the wide receivers on this team. Besides Chase Claypool having a game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he's been very inconsistent. Deontay Johnson, we know what he is. Good wide receiver with a lot of drops. Pat Freiermuth has dealt with a concussion, but when he's on the field, the only consistent targets for Kenny Pickett is Pat Freiermuth and especially George Pickens. George Pickens to come on the scene, and he's Kenny Pickett's go-to guy because they got a lot of reps together in training camp and in OTAs and in practice because they're the rookie duo. I think that Kenny Pickett has to slow down with some of his points. He has amazing athleticism. And I also want to point out the elephant in the room as well. Matt Canada's not doing his kid any favors. It was a 3rd and 7 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but this idiot wants to call a screenplay that gets Kenny Pickett blown up because they already knew it was a screenplay. Now, I can't sit up here and just hate everything on Matt Canada because it was a goal line situation. It was a motion play, Najee Harris in the backfield, and all the receivers running a slant to one side. Najee Harris is wide open. That's a single passing touchdown so far for Kenny Pickett. So Kenny Pickett has managed the game very well. When you look at the throws that he's throwing, they're not turnover-worthy throws. A lot of the throws that he's giving is giving the receivers a chance. And the interception he threw against the Buffalo Bills was also something else before halftime, just trying to make a play. So it's not all on Kenny Pickett. When you look at his stats, I know 1 touchdown to 4 interceptions is a bit scary, but you need to look at the games. You need to look at what's going on, and it's a deeper spectrum. Numbers don't lie, but they can be very misconstrued, especially to a rookie like Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's been solid so far. No, he doesn't look like Josh Allen. He doesn't look like Patrick Mahomes. He doesn't look like Deshaun Watson, but you got to give him time. Kenny Pickett hasn't even played a full season yet, and he hasn't even played a full 5 games yet. And every single game I've watched him play in, he's gotten better. From the New York Jets game, he didn't start that game. But the first game he started against the Buffalo Bills, yes, they only scored 3 points. It was some missed field goals. It was a lot of penalties, and it was also some lackluster to run play, and it was some drops as well. You can say that I'm making excuses for him, but those are valid points for Kenny Pickett. He got him to the 50 multiple times, and I can say what a lot of people, well, Mr. Trubisky came in against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he looked well. Kenny Pickett is the starting quarterback for this team, for one. For two, Trubisky is a good backup. That's what he is in the NFL. When he doesn't have to deal with pressure, when he doesn't have to deal with those expectations, he can go out there and he can play mistake-free football. And it was a free-flowing offense with Trubisky. Also, Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense was not ready to go against Trubisky. They had everything set up for Kenny Pickett. I also would like to see more shots being taken downfield. I know that Kenny Pickett takes more shots down the field than Trubisky did, but I would hope that Matt Canada can come in and try to stretch the field more. But I think we have to be patient with Kenny Pickett, man. I'm seeing a lot of people say it's like a Josh Rosen situation. No. Be patient with this kid. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers made the right choice getting him in the first round. I know a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans may say they're groaning right now. They're like, what are you talking about? But be patient with this kid. I see the potential in the film. He has an excellent accuracy. He has good athleticism that's very sneaky. His arm is not the best. He doesn't have the rocket arm to go down the field and throw across his body and make all these crazy plays, but the potential is there for that. He just has to be a solid quarterback. And remember, the Pittsburgh Steelers are still without some starters. Najee Harris isn't healthy. I would love to see Kenny Pickett with a top 10 run game behind him. I think that they will get this run game fixed throughout the season, especially after their bye week. I think that we're going to look and see how the wide receiving core is going to go moving forward. Got to get Calvin Austin in there for sure. I like the potential of having Deontay Johnson out there with George Pickens, but Pickens is immediately being the best receiver on this team when it comes to him and the Kenny Pickett connection for sure. So I would like to see Matt Canada take more systems and try to improve using Kenny Pickett more in the deep passing game, and also make teams respect the deep passing game. A lot of teams aren't even respecting the run game anymore with the Pittsburgh Steelers. You look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they said, forget this, we're going to make Kenny Pickett beat us. Then unfortunately he went out with a concussion, and then everything went to plan and went the script for the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. So I think Kenny Pickett right now, he's playing phenomenally well. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. I know that he's not playing rookie of the year caliber type of football, but he's playing solid. He's playing very good. And I do think as the season progresses, he will get better. So let me know in the comment section how you feel about Kenny Pickett. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, when each and every last one, you guys stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.